come on, Barbie. Let's go, Barbie.
You can touch, you can play, if you say, I'm home with you.
Check it out. Everybody's in the house. So the kitten's heads. Oh shit! There it goes right there. Good, he got it out. Oh my god, he got it in both of them. So the kitten's heads can fit through the holes, which makes me anxious. This was only for an emergency. It was 107 degrees here today. So we all almost died. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I thought I have one more. I think I only have this. I need to get one more. But so I... Uh-ohs. But they can fit through the... They can fit through the holes, and that makes me anxious. So I've been having to deal with that all day, keeping them from putting their heads through. I've been sitting here on the floor. We've all just been hanging out on the floor, and they've been in here because I'm telling you what, up high, up on the bed, it is a nightmare. And being in there was an absolute shit show. The kittens were starting to get hot and pant. Money was like really struggling. I had to kick her out of the house because it's cooler outside. Under the bus. Orly's been under the bus all day. Hello. But they are so big. They're playful. I think I have 5 girls and 1 boy, you guys. Can you believe it, all the girls? So that means I literally get to choose whichever kittens I want to keep because I'm only keeping females. And I'm only going to keep females. And I was nervous that there were going to be like a bunch of boys and then only a couple of females. But the crazy part is but looking at their faces, I was 100% correct on which ones were boys and which ones were girls. There's one kitten that I didn't get very good look at its genitalia, so I'm not 100% sure. But based on the face, I think it's also a girl. That's why I'm not sure. It's 5 girls and definitely 1 boy. Maybe 2 boys, maybe 4 girls. But there's definitely 4 girls. And this guy keeps trying to stick his head through the holes. It's like he wants to. Good girl, Mama. Stop him from doing it. Yes, Orly. So yeah, we've been sitting here. Guys, I have a video that's like about to go viral. About to go viral on TikTok. I posted a video about... Hello. So I don't know if I've told you this, but when I was growing up, before I was born, my dad was a drug dealer, and my dad always told me that when he was young, like in his before I was born, I was born, he was 25. Oh, look, the chicken. She wants to be mated with. Okay, girl. Okay, let's give you some loving. Let's give you some chicken loving. There you go, Mama. There you go. Happy? She likes to be made with. Anyway, so when my dad was in his early 20s, he used to deal schmocaine. And he told me that he and John Walt, he was like that guy from America's Most Wanted. I used to sell drugs with him. We used to do plane rides. Okay, interesting. So then, when I was like in elementary school or middle school, I became acquainted with John Walsh's daughter, Megan, Adam Walsh's sister. And so I've known Megan since like elementary, middle school age. Go ahead. Elementary school and middle school ages. And we're not really close friends or anything, but we reconnected about 10 or 12 years ago on Facebook. And then we became Facebook friends. And that's how I kind of stayed connected with what was going on in her life. Well, John Walsh, her father, my dad had some pretty crazy things to say about the whole Adam Walsh disappearance. My dad was confident that it was related. The reason that John Walsh got that television show was because my dad said this, and this was in the, the 90s. My dad was like, he sold his kids to have that. He sold his kid to get that show. And my dad was like, the devil's involved in that. So my dad said shit like that. But, like I didn't take it too seriously until really, really recently, like in the last 2 years. Everything that was going on in her situation. Are you hungry? Do you want some food? You got cat food right there. So anyway, I was watching this scenario, I was watching what Megan was posting on Facebook, and she was posting a lot of shit talking about how her dad was taking her kids away from her and using his connections with the police department in Martin, St. Lucie, and Palm Beach County, Florida, so that he could essentially lie on her. He had her Baker acted. You know that story right now. There is a case that surprise witness just brought up. It's related to Rock Nation, which is Jay-Z's thing. The woman who is the co-owner of Rock Nation has been using Florida's Baker acting process to keep her daughter as a prisoner. So anyway, that's the shit that John Walsh, Florida's known for that. The Florida Shuffle is from the drug addicts that go there and they get in the mental health system and then they get passed from rehab to rehab. Florida it's very easy to become a prisoner of the state in Florida, medical prisoner. So anyway, John Walsh was using the system to take away Megan's kids from her. She knows what happened to her brother. So the idea of her father having possession of her children was the scariest thing to her, because she knows who the big bad wolf is. The big bad wolf is the person who is winning against her in court. And so naturally she lost her kids, her husband, everything went real fucking sideways for her. And so she became a drug addict. And now that she's a drug addict, no one takes her fucking seriously. And John Walsh she just played right into his hand, unfortunately, but I understand why it happened. Because if that shit happened to me, I would pretty much give up too. If someone was successful, my father-in-law was attempting to take my kid away from me when Josh and I first separated. And so I completely understand how that could make someone spiral. Anyway, long story short, long story longer, I was on TikTok this morning and I caught a video that showed this missing girl from 2004. Her name is Maura Murray. And Maura Murray, it was really weird, the circumstances of her disappearance. It was basically, she got into a little car accident and then she literally disappeared, never to be heard from or seen again. This video that I saw was one of those face morphs where you take two photographs and it morphs them together so that you can see someone goes from young to old, or you could put two people together and morph it to show that what their kid would look. So there was a face morph in this video of Maura Murray, and so it's spelled M-A-U-R-A, Mara. And there is this governor in Massachusetts named Mara, M-A-U-R-A, Healy. So Maura and Mara, the face morph, bro, they're the same fucking person. The girl who was kidnapped or disappeared is literally now this governor. The girl who, in real life, her sister, the missing girl's sister, even talks about it and is like, it's weird. It's fucking weird. I think that it might be a thing. So anyway, I went down this, I watched that video and I was just like, dude, it's true. It is true. I also had one of my best friends get kidnapped and I think murdered. We don't know. We think she was probably murdered, but we don't know. She could be a fucking politician right now in Delaware, for Christ's sake, because of MK Ultra. But so it started me down this rabbit hole of holy shit, dude, what if those missing kids that went missing, 16-year-olds, and we saw them on the fucking milk cartons, what if they were kidnapped, and this is speculation, no facts, I have no proof, don't sue me, but like, wouldn't it be interesting to find out that the children who were made missing by people in like bureaucratic power or government, and then they were like brainwashed, MK Ultra'd, tortured, and made into like a Manchurian candidate type situation. And what if they are literally those because we've been looking at these politicians for the last especially 5 years and going like, why would they do that? Like, why would they say that? It's just so very obviously a lie. And it's just like, they're all like literally every word out of every politician's, especially these days, it's just gaslighting, and they will like lie. And the things that they do that are intentionally, like, that are so very obvious, not for our best interest, while they gaslight us. It's just interesting to think, like, don't they have consciences? Don't they have children? Don't they have like people they love that also have to exist in this country? Why would they do that? And it started me thinking, like, dang, man, what if this whole Maura Healey thing got my brains all fired up? And I was just like, holy fuck. So then I went down this rabbit hole, and now people have been making rumors, or saying, I guess on TikTok, that Ron DeSantis is actually Adam Walsh, which blew my brain, because like I was just like, oh, whoa, crazy that people are coming to this conclusion independently of me. And I have like what I would call some inside information based on the stuff that my dad told me. I know other things too, but I'm not going to talk about it in public. I don't get sued. But anyway, so by John Walsh. But anyway, so I started thinking, so when I was a kid, there was a little girl who I was really good friends with. She was friends with my cousin, and she was friends with my sister was too young. I think my sister was too young. Andrea was a little bit older. She was like a year older than me. Anyway, she walked to the Circle K down the street from her house, and she disappeared. And it was a national story. She ended up, if you look it up, it's Andrea Parsons, and she went missing out of like Port Salerno, Florida in 1993, I think. 94 maybe? I don't know. I can't remember exactly. It was like 92, 93, 94. And so anyways, it's just been making what was that? Was that a spider? Oh, don't care. It's got my wheels fucking really turning about this whole situation and like the missing kids from the 90s and these politicians so I want to start taking a good look at the politicians who are like in their early to mid 40s. And I really want to I want to like go through a list of like missing children and like look, compare notes. I do not personally, based on the stuff that I know about John Walsh, I don't personally think that Ron DeSantis is Adam Walsh. And I mean, the reason mainly being that Adam Walsh was a ginger, a freckled faced little like blondish reddish haired boy. So I don't know about that. However, I will say that Ron DeSantis does kind of look like John Walsh. They've got like similar facial features, and the creases in their faces, they're similar. I will say also that Megan does not look like gingery like Adam did. She looks almost like her husband was a Muslim. I can't remember what country he was actually from, but he was like Arabic of maybe something, like he was from the Middle East. And so she and he looked like, they looked like they could be from the same culture. She has like more of an Arabic nose, like, and stuff. Chickens, get out of there! Oh, Adam, let the chickens out. Chicky doo doo. Hi, baby.
Rocket. Rocket.
Come on, chicken. Come on, chicken. There you go, you dingus.
Rocket. Piggy,
did he get stuck inside? Come on, pig.
I don't think so.
Come on, pig.
Come on, pig.
Piggy, come on. Come on, Rocket, inside. He was pooping. The pig looks like she's got to poop too. Her butthole looks like it's breathing. So I was thinking about the chickens or whatever as far as like their schedule. 2 days in, 1 day out, 2 days in, 1 day out. So today's their out day, so tomorrow I'll leave them in. Oh, look. Look at this. Look at my maters. Oh, wow, it was zoomed in. I'll show you the kitties right now. Hold on. I was talking to a friend again, missing kids 10 minutes. Dude, Sunkissed, you should go see my... So the whole point of that whole conversation that I just had with you. So I posted a video literally saying, like, y'all should check out that whole Mara Murray, Mara Healy. How weird would it be if our missing children were actually, like, politicians or whatever? Dude, that video is, like, actually doing really well. Better than any of my other videos. I guess my videos have been doing pretty well, at least recently. Orly, look. Look. Have you seen the babies yet?
Look at the babies. Look, the babies. The babies.
Oh, he came look.
Look at the babies.
Don't worry, he's not going to touch the babies. I'm not going to let him touch the babies. Orly's appointment is on the 14th. Thanks for reminding me. I actually forgot about that. What do you want? You want a treat? Do you want to go lay down outside? Dude, he loves laying outside. Right here. I'll show you guys the kittens here. Okay, go ahead. It was 106 degrees here today. And it's Selkie Jr. She looks literally just like Selkie. Dude, how cool is this freaking cat cage, dude? These kittens are gonna have so much fun in here. So much room for activities. Bro, it literally said that my thermos, like when you go to your home screen on your iPhone and you swipe over to the far left menu, you know, it has like the weather channel or whatever. It said the high for my area was 88 degrees. So I was actually monitoring the temperature by going and starting my truck and looking at the thermostat on my truck, because my truck has a thermometer and it does not measure how hot it is in the car. It measures how hot it is outside, and it's a very accurate. So I started my car and it said, it was at like 10 o'clock this morning, it said 92. I was like, oh fuck, this is gonna be rough. Maybe I'll get lucky, it won't go any higher. Yeah, I went out to the car about 2 hours, about 1 o'clock, 1:30, maybe 2:30 I think I went outside, did the thing to look at the thermostat. It was 103. By 4 o'clock it was 106, and then it started to go down. It's still, I don't know, probably like 85 in here. It's probably like 85 right now. No, I'm sorry, 95 degrees. It's 95 degrees in here right now. So, but shit, we're like, ooh, it feels good in here. It feels so cool, so good. Because I was really worried about one of the kittens at one point, and I was thinking to myself, fuck dude, we're gonna lose one of the kittens. This is gonna be traumatic. And then I was worried about money, and I need to get some kind of air conditioning situation really, really, really badly, but I cannot afford a mini split right now. So I should look mini splits up. I should just look into it and see if I can find an inexpensive one, maybe even on Temu or something. But I need a mini split, and if I get a mini split, that will run off of DC power. I can get that on DC power or on low. It doesn't use as much electricity, so they work great for buses. But I need to do something, or maybe even, well, so the issue is that there's not enough outlets. There's no more outlets in the shed, so we're maxed out. If I want any kind of air conditioning stuff going on, I have to get a cable and get the cable hardwired into the breaker, and then I can put like a little outlet on the end of that cable, and I can plug the air conditioning unit into that outlet. But the amount of electricity that these rolling air units or these window shakers use, it's just too much for the electric cords to handle. And then at the same time, I'm even considering like maybe I'll just like get like a super heavy duty cord, maybe like the biggest gauge I can find. Maybe that will do something. I don't know. But even I don't know. I don't know what to do. I know that it's hot as fuck, and I'm super glad I borrowed a fan from Josh yesterday. I was gonna buy another one, but he lent me one instead. It's balls hot. I don't know. I don't know exactly the amplitudes that I need. I think that it's a 50 amp is the one that I would prefer to have, versus I think it's 20. And the reason is because I want to run an air conditioning unit, and so I think that would be better. I also would really, really like to get a washing machine for my dishes, a dishwasher. I was thinking maybe even, I'm going to look it up online right now, actually, as soon as I hang this up. I'm going to look and see if I can find one of those desktop dishwashers. Yeah, Adam has air conditioning in his bus, and I considered packing up the kittens and money and taking them over there. However, honestly, I didn't want to fuck her head up, and I don't have an available kennel. Adam was using all his kennels to keep his dogs in the air conditioning and not pissing all over the house. So he's using all the small kennels for the dogs to keep them cool in the heat, because Pig, she can't handle that kind of heat. But I have an air conditioning unit in my storage that I could use. So I just got to get that out of the storage unit. But it's the electricity that is the struggle. And the thing that sucks too with the kittens is they're in that whelping box, and the whelping box is, over here on my bed. The higher you are, the hotter it is in this metal box. I literally been laying on the floor. I've been laying right here. I was laying on this for the last 4 hours. I've just been laying and not moving, trying to nap and just not move as much as humanly possible. And poor Money, she's covered in fur. Poor girl. So Adam has his bus hardwired for electricity. It's hot. It's hot. Oh shit, I forgot to put that back in the fridge. This is duck fat. I pulled it out of the refrigerator because it was rock solid and cold, and I was holding it up to Money. Keep her warm, cold. Try to fucking cool her down. It smells like broccoli in my refrigerator. Oh. But yeah, he's got outlets and a breaker box and everything in his bus. Now, that being said, he gave me a breaker box literally 4 years ago. Adam did, when we first met. So I have this box right here, and that's exactly what I need in order to hardwire my bus to electricity. But the problem is that I don't know how to do that. And like, to be quite honest, like, and this is nothing against Adam, you know, but he's got his own shit going on. And if it's not, you know, he's, this is going to sound like that, but he's a self-centered person. And so, and I don't, to each their own, you know, he doesn't owe me anything, but he's very, like, he's worried about his own shit, you know what I mean? And so it's not like really very easy to commandeer him and get him to do things that like are solely for my benefit, if you know what I mean. And I understand why I'm self-centered in that way. My life is so hectic, and my animals and my home and everything needs my attention so much that I genuinely don't have the ability to spread myself out to other people in that way. So I get it, but you know, we're both that type of way, and so it's a struggle to get stuff done. I bet if I paid him, he would do it, but I don't really have the money to do that right now. I have not caught up yet. I'm almost caught up. I'm almost in the black. Like I'm almost not in the red anymore. I almost have all my bills paid. And also have money to do things that I want. So that's cool. I've been trying that Sunkissed for, you know, years, but I'm not like I don't have skills at stuff. I could do like grunt work, but like the kind of grunt work that I do is more female centric. So like bartering, I could barter with like a woman, but not so much a man. Whew. Electrician's gloves, yeah, that's a good idea. I'm also very scared to fuck around with electricity. I don't play around with electricity and fire, or fire and glass. I don't like hot glass, fire, or electricity. Man, it would be so cool if I were able to have like a hose coming in that window and draining into a sink basin, and the sink basin draining just outside to the ground outside. That'd be so nice. My kitchen always ends up being like a garage instead of a kitchen. And doing dishes is such a pain in the ass that I just don't end up doing it. And then I end up like with a pile of dishes in a black plastic bin that I'd just rather throw away than have to wash, because it's such a fucking pain in the ass to lug everything outside, wash it, bring it back inside, try and get it dry. I really hope that it's not very hot tomorrow. It's gonna be super hot like this now for the next few days. This is gonna be bad. Really nervous. Really wish I had air conditioning. Or even like a fan that blew cold air. Like that would be cool. If I had like a swamp cooler or something that I could just keep pointed at the cat. I have to work all week. I'm stressing out about the heat. Oh my god, I have like a literal drop of sweat about to like go over the crest of my eye cheek hump. It's hot as fuck. Hello, Sonata, how are you? God bless. I gotta go sit in front of the fans. It's too much over here. At least the fan air is cold now. All day today, this air was just fucking hot. Just blowing hot ass air. Yes, I've been working so stinking much. She is such a good mama. You want me to rub your belly? Want me to rub your belly? Yeah, you do. That feels so good. I know it does feel good to have titty massages. Dom mamas. Dom mamas. Dom mamas. I love you. Kim, it literally said it was going to be 88 today, and it was 106. So I don't believe those bastards. It literally was saying the temperature in the didn't go above 89 in the thermostat or in the weather app. It never went above 89. Not even the feels like. It said 88, 89 degrees. It bounced back and forth between 88 and 89 on the weather app. But my car is the most accurate thermostat that I have. It says it's 95 in here right now by my old-fashioned thermometer, wherever the fuck I put it, over there. My old-fashioned thermometer says it's 95 in here right now, and it was 106 outside. It was scorching hot. And the UV index was really high as well. Yes, I do have the back door open. Yes, I have the doors open. I have all the windows open. I have the hatches open. But when it's that hot, it doesn't make a difference because this is a metal fucking can. It magnifies the heat, and I don't have any shade. She's still hot. She's not cooled down yet all the way. Come on, Nemo. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to go in your mouth. I love you. I love you. I love you. Jamimo. Oh, twitches. I wonder if they dream that they're running when they don't even know what running is yet. Dude, this cage is so freaking cool. It's 91 in Merlin. Yep. Dude, there were 7 fires in Grants Pass today. As per the Watch Duty, whatever it's called. Yeah, Watch Duty app. 7 fires in Grants Pass. I literally texted Adam and I was like, thank you so much for getting me the fuck out of Grants Pass. I would have been a wreck, an absolute wreck. Right now, I would be living my life in absolute hell if I was still there. Actually, probably I would be dead by now if I was still there technically, but if I hadn't died. So yeah, this one's a boy for sure. That's definitely a boy. Sunkissed, it's called a mini slit. Oh yes, she will come back on her own, probably pregnant. Hooker. Oh, you baby. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that this one is Emu, the firstborn. And the reason that I called him Emu is because his butt looked like an emu. Dirty tongue. Oh my gosh, he's suckling in his sleep. Oh my god, I know, Nikki. Joe. If you just go somewhere like the Humane Society and you play with the cats, though, just go see some of the old crusty dusty ones, and then you'll remember why you don't actually want more cats, but you can get all the yayas out by just going to the pet store. Go to the one that's in the shopping center on West 11th. They always have kittens to play with over there. But you got to make sure that you always end the kitten viewing play experience with an older cat. You have to go and pet an old crusty dusty that hair comes off on your hands and is all, they're not even shiny anymore. They just bony and gross and they smell funky. And that way you're like, oh yeah, no, I actually don't want another cat. But look how cute the babies are. I will hold them and give them back. So Emily, I have decided, and Adam said we should keep all 6. And I said, no fucking way. I'm not going to pay for 6 adult cats to eat and 6 adult cats, or 6 cats to be 7 cats to be spayed and or neutered. I will, however, keep 1, maybe 2 for me and Elliot, and then Adam can keep 1. I kind of have my eyes on 2 kittens already. I think I already know who the sweetest ones are, and I want them. And they're really cute. Money, there's no babies in there. Are you ready for your babies to go back inside the spot? You want babies back? Yeah? Okay. You want the babies back? I want my babies back, babies back, babies back, babies back. She's such a good mama, isn't she?
Are you ready? Are you all done being outside? Come on, let's go inside and get some food. Come on, let's go. Come on. Go inside.